Here's what you can expect at this time. We're not seeing rain yet here in Fargo, but those skies continuing to be pretty dark, mostly cloudy, 57 degrees, and the rain is still expected to move in here over the next couple of hours. Here's what we're seeing right now. We've got a band of rain south of Fargo. Another very narrow light band up in northeastern North Dakota, a few light showers in northern Minnesota, but the heavier rain is still off to our south and west, and yes, some snow in the higher elevations. We're not expecting snow here in the valley. Temperatures are going to be too warm. Even temperatures now are in the upper 40s to some upper 50s with the mostly cloudy skies. For this evening in Fargo, some on and off showers are expected. Temperatures in the 40s through the early overnight. Very similar conditions in Grand Forks with temperatures in the low 40s and some scattered rain showers. Coming up, Courtney, we'll talk about how much rain your forecast is coming up, and rain will continue to move into the region tonight. We'll talk about how much rain is anticipated by the time it moves out tomorrow, and Halloween just 2 days away. Welcome back, everyone, here on our Tuesday evening. Continuing to see some rain in parts of the valley, but notice these darker greens and even some yellows out towards Bismarck down into southwestern North Dakota. That's the more moderate to heavy rainfall that will be lifting in through tonight, and still seeing some snow out in the higher elevations of South Dakota. Once again, not expecting snow here locally. 57 right now here in Fargo, Moorhead 57 as well, with wind out of the north-northeast 17 miles per hour. So it has been a little breezy today. Grand Forks wind at 16 miles per hour out of the north with a current temperature of 52 degrees. We're seeing some cooler air up to the north, 48 in Roseau and in Langdon. The warmth has been in the southern valley. We're at 58 Alexandria, 59 Sisseton. I'm thinking this 32 in Detroit Lakes might be a sensor error. I'll have to double check on that. But here's what we're watching for you going forward. The rain intensifies in many locations for tonight. Your trick-or-treat forecast is still looking like all treats, no tricks, perhaps just a little chilly. And another chance of rain on the way. Not overly organized the way it's looking now, Sunday night into Monday. But for tonight, here's what we're expecting. Rain showers continuing to lift in from the south and west, becoming moderate to even briefly heavy at times overnight. North wind continues. Temperatures all in all pretty mild for this time of year, keeping our precipitation type as rain as opposed to any flakes mixing in. By tomorrow morning, a lot of the shower activity already diminishing, moving off to the east, and cloud cover will be quick to follow. Seeing some sunshine by the time we get to the lunchtime hour tomorrow, and mostly sunny skies by the time we're getting ready to get off work around 5 o'clock. The north breeze continues throughout the day tomorrow, so bringing in some cooler air from Canada. And since we'll be on the backside of a cold front, temperature is going to be cooler as well. We're talking highs that will generally be in the 40s. As for how much rain, little has changed from what we told you last night. Many areas that see rain tonight could see up to about a ½ an inch, but a band stretching from south central North Dakota through the James River Valley up into northern Minnesota could see narrow areas there of around a ½ an inch to an inch of rainfall. In Fargo tomorrow, we're going to be starting off our day in the 40s, right around 40 by 8 a.m. and stay in the 40s throughout the day. Not much fluctuation in terms of temperatures through tomorrow afternoon, remaining mostly cloudy and that wind remaining out of the north. A snapshot, 4 o'clock temperatures pretty much in the 40s across the entirety of the region. Looking ahead, Halloween, I keep wanting to call it Thanksgiving, getting ahead of myself. Halloween still looking pretty good, right at average for our. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday. We've seen some light rain showers in parts of the valley this afternoon and into the early evening, but starting to fill in where you see these darker greens, even some yellows and oranges, indicating some heavier rainfall rates at times in a pretty narrow band. Meanwhile, out in the higher elevations to our south and west, still seeing some snow. Temperatures are too warm in our area to see snow. We're still at 56 in Fargo, 57 Fergus Falls, 48 in Devil's Lake, and we will remain too warm for snow. Temperatures in the 40s for much of the night here in Fargo. Overcast skies, but we will see that rain moving in over the next couple of hours. Justin, rain moving into Grand Forks. Still a little bit of time to head out to the polls for the first day of early voting. If you're still headed out the door, 56 here in Fargo, mostly cloudy with that rain continuing to move in. Coming up, we're going to talk about how much rain is expected and Halloween just 2 days away, your Halloween forecast. Hi everyone and welcome back. Let's dive right into your first alert headlines as rain is moving in for tonight. A little soggy for the overnight period tonight as rain intensifies in many locations. Some of us, including Fargo, we've been dry so far today, but that will be changing. Your trick-or-treat forecast still looking pretty good, dry and cool. Might still want to layer perhaps underneath the costume to keep warm. Next chance of rain, we're already keeping an eye on it this upcoming Sunday into early next Monday. Looks to be the next chance. But let's talk about tonight's chance first. This is a loop of the last 2 hours. We've seen a few showers through parts of Lakes Country, some hit and miss showers up in northern Minnesota. But now watching this area here, stretching from south central North Dakota up into northeastern North Dakota. There are some narrow areas of dark green and even some yellows in there, which indicates more moderate rainfall rates. So the rain intensity is starting to pick up, and that continues all the way down towards Rapid City, South Dakota. Those higher elevations, seeing the snow, we will not be seeing snow here. That snow is not moving our way. We're still too warm. Right now, 56 in Fargo, still breezy, wind out of the north, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Moorhead at 55, Grand Forks 52, wind out of the north 14 miles per hour. Temperatures mostly in the 50s still at this time. 60 off to our east in Brainerd, 46 in Roseau, 48 for Hallock and Devil's Lake, 46 in Langdon, 52 Jamestown, 57 Fergus Falls and Alexandria. So walking through your first alert forecast for tonight, that north breeze is going to continue a little stronger in parts of southeastern North Dakota where you see those greenish shaded arrows. That's where we have a potential for gusts upwards of around 30 miles per hour. But the main story is going to be the rain continuing to lift in through the overnight hours. Many of us will see at least a little bit of rain, not all of us, but most of us. And by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning, most of that rain is already out of here. And by lunchtime, the cloud cover clears too. And we're looking at a pretty quiet, but breezy and cooler afternoon. As far as rainfall amounts, still on track for a couple of tenths up to a half an inch where we do see the rainfall. Narrow bands up to an inch will be possible. For tomorrow in Fargo, we're going to start our day in the 40s and high temperatures remain in the 40s. Not a lot of fluctuation in temperatures tomorrow. 4 p.m., most of us in the 40s with a mix of sunshine and clouds as clouds graduate. Looking pretty good for the weekend. Tomorrow, one of the cooler days of the forecast, high temperatures mostly in the 40s. We are also looking at some upper 30s, low